Welcome back to Sunny Side Up. I'm your host, Michael, and today we have another new guest. I know him as Fonzie, although Fonzie, would you like to be referred to as Fonzie or Isaiah?
Fonzie's fine.
Fine?
Either way. I guess you know me as Fonzie, so Fonzie's appropriate here.
Yeah. But this is for the internet.
Fonzie's fine. It's a
Fonzie's
good
fine.
stage name anyways.
All right. Fonzie it is. Fonzie, how you been? How you doing?
Not too bad. Well, I haven't really been studying, but I should be studying for the CPA. I took the second attempt at the FAR exam recently. I don't think I passed, but that's okay. Once I fail 10 times, I'll just looking at becoming a voice actor full time.
10 times. How'd you come to that number 10?
What's that?
How'd you come to the number 10?
I don't know. I just figured it'll be too many times. If I can't pass it after 10 times, then I'm done trying.
Okay. Just an arbitrary number you pulled out of the air then. Okay. Fair enough.
Sure.
Fair enough. Well, I've got you up at an ungodly early hour on Saturday, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, not really. 8 o'clock isn't that really that early?
Well, I don't know. From your text, I thought it was, it might as well have been 3 a.m.
Well, I get up a little later even on weekdays. I show up to work around like 9. It wasn't always that way though. I used to show up at 8. And then I started showing up at 8:15, 8:30, and now it's like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I get it. I'm the first one in my office almost every single day. And I'm just like, why the hell am I doing this? They're all saying they're here on time and early. And I'm the only one that's actually sitting my ass down. This is dumb.
But doesn't it feel good to go to work early? Or
I like being alone.
Yeah, well, that's I guess part of it, but I mean, I guess it's nice to show up to the office early and it's pretty quiet, and because there's not a lot of people there, and plus, when you show up early, you can leave earlier too.
Oh, yeah. No, that's why I choose to go in as early as possible because my ass will be in my car heading home long before anyone else actually is. So,
Yeah, so give and take.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I invited you on the show today so that we could talk about some pet peeves. And why don't I start us off hot and heavy with a pet peeve that just makes my blood boil every time I see one or people talk about them. I can't handle these. I think they're an absolute waste of time and money. And that would be smash burgers.
Oh, that's a good one because I'm gonna write down something else here, but yeah, smash burgers are. I never understood.
I'm so glad you agree with me because no one agrees with me on this in my life. My parents, my
I mean, they're
family.
kind of good, I guess. Sometimes it's like a novelty thing. I don't know. It's like if you're in the mood for I don't know, like a smash burger. It's like a different kind of burger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is for me, it's like, okay, here is a smash burger. And smash burgers are always the same width as a regular hamburger, which means they're not just smashing a regular burger. They're giving you half of a burger and calling it a full one, just calling it smash. It's a half burger. That's what it is. They're smashing it to make it a novelty and then here's the thing too, burger restaurants will then charge you extra for a smash burger because it's trendy and it's a novelty, right? But it's less food. You're getting less food on your hamburger. And it pisses me off. I have had so many arguments with my friends and my family about this. And it's a complete and total waste of money. You don't get extra flavoring out of it. All it does is oftentimes turn into a charcoal puck like you're playing hockey. And I've yet to see one good reason to have a smash burger over a regular burger.
Yeah, smash burgers are. I don't know. I never understood it because it's like, well, you smash them. And I've worked in plenty of kitchens before, and I remember like, one of the kitchens cooking a burger on the grill, and I like put the spatula down on the burger and like pressed it down like pss, or whatever, and then the chef was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, "I don't, I don't know. Like I saw, they do that in movies and stuff." He's like, "No, dude, you don't want to squeeze out all the juice and stuff." He's like, you really want to flip it like once, and that's about it. Like you really don't want to touch it much. You don't want to squeeze out all the juice out of it. And so the concept of a smash burger, like let's squeeze all the life out of this burger so it's a dry puck. Then, like you said, and then
Yep.
we'll put some cheese on there. Do another one. We'll call it a double smash burger. We'll
And you
put
somehow still end up with less meat than if you just got a goddamn hamburger.
lettuce, tomato, and like a whack ass bun.
Mm-hmm.
What was that place? Los Betos over there on Eagle.
No, so I really don't know
What the heck?
any places here yet. I've only had a handful of restaurants. Now that we're like fully settled in, Faith and I's plan is to really start trying local food.
Oh yeah, There was I think it was a smash burger there. It's not there no more.
Good.
But I went there one time, and smash burger sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that one time it sucked. I could give it another shot, but I went in there. I was the only one in there. The lady there was weird. Like, it was weird. It was all around bad experience.
Yep. I've never had a good smash burger experience. Makes my blood boil. All right, what do you got for me?
So I wrote down a couple. I guess I just start with these traffic ones, just because they're all there. But when people turn and then they merge into the far lane, that really bothers
Like cutting
me.
across, yeah.
Yeah, cutting across. Just because, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. And I know that because a police officer told me that after he pulled me over. So every time I see somebody else do it, I'm like, you're not supposed to be doing that. And it's really not a big deal, though. Like, I understand, like, it's, you know what I mean? If it's, like, green and there's nobody coming, it's not really a big deal if you merge lanes, I don't think. But that bothers me.
I have so on that, I have a theory that it's probably more of a fact at this point. But have you noticed in your life that no matter where you go, where you live, where you visit, somebody always says, "Oh yeah, the drivers here suck." You hear that everywhere you go?
I hear that about California, and I hear that about Idaho because the Californians moved here. So
Okay, that might be fair. But I feel like in every city I've ever lived in every city I've ever visited a friend, everyone is always just like, "Oh yeah, the drivers suck here," and I'm like, maybe you can't tell that you're the bad driver. I have a couple of theories about this. Either you can't tell that you're the bad driver and that we're all bad drivers, or or you're just upset. You're just angry. And that's all it is. Like I don't feel like everywhere I go, you're being told, "Oh yeah, bad drivers here. Watch out." And I just feel like, is that the case?
I'm just gonna go ahead and disagree with you here. So, well, my little brother, before he re-enlisted into the army, the psychopath, was working for the Meridian Library and was delivering books, but delivering books all day, like he would complain about traffic to me all the time, and then eventually he kind of just got used to it. But like, every time he would tell me like what happened that day, I'm like, yeah, no, that's the person was in the wrong or whatever. Like, there's just people are kind of inconsiderate. Like, here's another thing. Okay, so this might be kind of hard to describe. But oftentimes when I go to my parents' house, it's like right kind of next to a light, but I'm turning left into my parents' neighborhood, right? And then oftentimes, since it's on 10, it's a somewhat busy road, so there'll be cars coming both ways or whatever. And then, but the cars behind me will just go around me. But okay, but that's not a big deal. But the cars around me going or behind me going around me, that's not a huge deal, I guess. But when I'm trying to turn left, and then the dude coming my way is also trying to turn left, like their left, and then somebody's driving behind them, going around them, doing the same thing. Well, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain, but they're like going around people just because there's enough space, and they're breaking the rules and they're messing everything up.
Have you ever driven around Central Texas?
No, but I imagine it sucks. Does it suck?
They have a interesting driving culture in Central Texas, whereby when you're driving down like a highway, freeway in a city, and there's usually like a dip on the two sides of like grass, and then you have the access roads on like past those ditches.
I guess so. Like what? Like kind of like next to the highway? Or
Yeah. So like I'm drawing a picture, but here's a road, right?
Oh, I could have drawn you the thing earlier.
Four lane right this, right? And then there's like grass or trees right here, and then there's like usually like the slower road over here. And like once you know what I'm talking about here? Does that make sense?
Um. Oh yeah, I think so. This
Yeah.
is like more. This is like the freeway though.
Yeah,
This is like
yeah.
residential. But
Yeah,
like,
this is the
it's
freeway,
like
and then there's and
it's
then
like
there's
right along the freeway though.
yeah, kind of the maintenance or the maintenance road for like for rigs.
Yeah, I think I can kind of
yeah.
understand.
Okay, well, in Central Texas, they have this really fun driving culture where the moment traffic slows down at all, not just trucks, but trucks, cars, Jeeps, whatever, will just drive off of the freeway, go drive like onto the grass that separates the two roads, and then they'll just like doesn't matter what that dip is, they'll just fucking hit it and go off onto the other road, and then they use that as freeway number 2 at freeway speeds, even though it's like half the speed of what the freeway is supposed to be. That is how Central Texas drives. And the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, that guy is fucked. He's going to get a ticket. And there was a cop right there. And cops never do anything about it.
Because the way you described it, I imagine it's like, yeah, you're not really jumping across lane. I mean, you're like jumping across, like in between lanes. You're like going over grass and shit.
Yeah, going over like grass. Yeah. And that's, but it
fucking
happens.
late.
It happens so often. Do you know what an elephant path is?
Oh yeah, well, is that the preferred path thing?
Yeah. It's like when you always see a strip of grass gone because they always cut the sidewalk corner. Like people always cut the sidewalk corner to take it, and so there's just a path that everyone takes.
At my middle school, there's a big goddamn line that like from, that just ran across the football field and across the whole field, but it was there forever,
Yeah. Well, Central Texas is littered with these elephant paths from cars getting off of the freeway and onto the access roads.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, is there even grass there anymore, or what? Or is it just
the thing is, it's not like there are
sagebrush,
seriously like specific spots where the traffic always builds up, and that is exactly where you have these elephant paths that cars take constantly. It's ridiculous.
So if you'd move to Texas, you'd see that and you'd be like, oh.
Yeah,
so this is where you go when it's slow. Yeah, apparently you just drive around everybody once you see the path.
I never had the balls to do it myself, but honestly, I can't. Every single day that I would drive in Central Texas when I lived there for 2 years, you would see somebody doing it, always, and multiple times a day. It was ridiculous.
I don't know. That's whack. Okay, that's just like. I guess that's kind of like a general thing we could say about traffic is just people are like impatient because that's always what it is. I don't know. It's like one time when I was always still like we were driving, I don't know, to go camping or something, and this lady just like came up behind us, just like along the dirt path, just And I was like, what in the fuck? Like, I drive an Infinity, dude. Like, I'm not driving it slow usually. So, I don't know what her deal was. But just people impatient, man.
Yeah. I've got another food one for you.
Food one?
Yep. And this is my last food one. But I've been waiting to talk an opportunity to talk about this one for a long time. How much do you use TikTok?
I use a different brain rot.
Instagram Reels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All
YouTube
right.
sometimes.
You might have come across this in. Um, have you come across aggressively food handled videos where they slam the ingredients into the wall, or not the wall, but like the bowl, or they're just like slap it really hard? It's just like aggressively handling food. Have you seen those?
Aggressively handling food. I don't know. I'm thinking of aggressively editing a cooking video so that way it can stay 10 seconds and it's. But I think it's different than what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like to the point where it's like, okay, I think you're being disrespectful to that chicken the way you are slamming it down onto the cutting
Like
board.
imagine it's like Salt Bay, but with like with a vengeance or something. He's just
Sure, yeah,
really slapping
and
it.
it another it just makes my blood fucking boil when I see it. I'm like, first of all, treat your ingredients with respect, and they come out tasting better. I I will die on that hill.
You're like
And
I'm.
it just
I'm nice to my vegetables, and that's why they taste good.
I know this aggressive uh like, and it's also the aggressiveness of handling this food is only propagated by like the quick edits, like there's not a second in between of like slam this down, slamming the next one down, and you're not seeing
It's just
any buildup. It's just these quick edits, like you were
constant
said.
food assault.
Yeah, and
It's food
and
abuse.
it just piles on and makes how disrespectful they are of the ingredients worse. And I I hate watch a lot of particular content on TikTok.
Okay.
And my wife's like, "Oh, you love it." I'm like, "No, I hate it, and that's why I'm watching it, because I'm hate watching it." But the aggressive
Okay.
these aggressive food handling videos make me so mad in a different way that I can't even hate watch them. I just want to throw my phone away every time they come across, and I can't.
I have to check this out, man.
Oh,
I've never.
I'll find another one will pop up on my whatever the Instagram for you page is called, and I'll share it with you. And I'm just praying to God you feel the same way about this,
I
because
mean, I probably wouldn't. I probably have the same sentiments. I mean, that just sounds kind of silly. I'm just imagining like somebody. I don't know. It just sounds like they're getting way too rowdy. They're getting too rough with it, with the cook, and they're just
they
cooking.
are. They are. I just. Ugh.
He's too rough with it. That's from You seen that? I think you should leave. Have you seen that?
I think you should leave. I don't think
It
so.
was really weird, kind of bizarre sketch comic dude. Like one of the skits is there. He's like at he's like on a bachelor dating show or whatever, but he's like he keeps using the zip line. It seems like that's all he cares about. He just keeps riding it. And like one of the dudes working there is like he's being too rough with it. He's like, shut up. No, I'm not. And you just gotta watch it. That's like a specific kind of humor there where it's just really dumb. But like my older brother won't shut up about it every time I go over there, and I'm like, it's pretty silly, Cody, but I'm like, it's also really weird. Like, I'd only show half of these to my coworkers. Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
off topic there, but
Yeah. I mean, this show, it's constantly off topic, dude. So yeah, nope. Tangents are a frequent experience on this show. So, what's your number two?
I got a few here. But I think this one will be a good one to talk about. Artificial intelligence. I have a special kind of hate for artificial intelligence. I understand that like it could be pretty handy with some things, like you know, you can. There's lots of things it can do. It can assist in things. It could probably assist with editing. It could assist with organizing stuff. Like small things, it's supposed to be a tool. But I think the abuse that can arise from having AI and the just the reliance people can have on it is detrimental to art and to society.
I would agree. And I'm really glad when I saw this, because you had sent me some of them ahead of time. I was really glad you're going to bring up this one because I also have my third pet peeve as even just the word AI pisses me off. But AI in general makes me mad. But my pet peeve of AI is the name because artificial intelligence. How are you going to look at ChatGPT and call it artificial intelligence? It's not. It's a souped up chatbot that spits
Yeah.
out regurgitated bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane to me because I was thinking the other day, I was like, I don't know, Chat GPT can tell you anything or whatever, but it's like, does it even comprehend what it's even saying? I mean, it's not like it's an entity or a fucking being or anything.
I think what also makes it very funny is
Isn't that
to
funny?
me, yeah. What makes it funny to me is how much people are trying to say like M dashes or the Oxford comma are indicators of AI usage.
What are those? What is that?
Um,
Oxford comma?
Oxford comma is where you go this and this, and this, and you have those three commas. And I mean, we were raised that you were supposed to do that comma right there, right? But um, recently they've changed where you go this, comma, this, and this without that
Oh, yeah, I think
next
I've
comma.
noticed that where, yeah, I remember, I'm pretty sure being taught that you're supposed to do, you
The
would do a third comma.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
now, yeah, Microsoft tells me, hey, that ain't right. I'm like,
No, I will die on the hill of using the
I
Oxford
don't
comma.
know.
But
It
people
looks
are
it
saying
looks
that
less right when it has the squiggly line under it, so I just let them have it.
uh, um, but people are trying to say the Oxford comma is an indicator of AI usage and then M dashes, right? But I'm like, first of all, that's fucking dumb. And I'm like, why is I don't understand why people are latching on to that being the identifying mark when it's so painfully obvious when you're reading something AI generated. Like I will come across like a video game.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, go ahead.
I will come across a video game like clip on YouTube or TikTok, and as someone who's had to interact with AI as a pretty much a requirement of their job, it's just incredibly obvious when you're reading an AI thing because it just talks in a certain way.
Yeah.
And I think holding on to very normal grammatical usage as a way to identify AI is a trash method. And I don't know why people are latching onto that instead of using like, hey, let's increase our media literacy and be able to identify AI written words. Because AI does not write like most humans, but AI detectors think that we have talked about negatively about AI for a long
AI
time on this
detecting
podcast, but
AI?
with AI detectors, the thing is like if you go around, if you go
We need
to
mentats to detect AI that
if
do
you
nothing.
if you ask like sped students
Mm-hmm.
to put their AI or put their writing into an AI checker, especially a lot of people with autism have come forward and said every AI checker says that my shit is written by AI, and it's not.
That's dumb. And the thing, here's another thing I also hate about AI. First of all, I was going to say, I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes I'll read and like I'll ask AI something or whatever. Whatever. I'll read something written by AI, and I'll have to read it like 3 times because it's just so. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like it doesn't really flow, and it's also just like ultra generic. I've noticed, And that's no coincidence either. I've noticed it's like, for instance, one time, because I'm not very creative, one time I asked the Snapchat AI chatbot or whatever, I was like, hey, I'm running a D&D campaign with my homies, and I'm having trouble coming up with like some quests and ideas and stuff. So what do you got? And it goes like this. What if your players go on a quest and they I don't know, find a goblin under a bridge and have to retrieve a magical item or something? And I was like, I just stopped talking to it. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, come on. But the but I realized that's no coincidence because AI is hardly AI. It's just a collection of a bunch of data. So it's no wonder it sounds extremely generic because it is. It's like giving me an average of all the answers.
Yep.
It's like
I mean, literally when AI is quote unquote thinking of an answer, when it's formulating a response, it is literally just assigning numbers to each word. It says, okay, ranking each word as what is the best word to follow the previous word, and it's basically just fucking word vomit. That's all it is. Like it does not have any actual analytical or reasoning skills. It was just trained in a specific way like literally the word is punished when it got answers wrong, right? So it just resulted to, okay, I'm going to start off this response with okay. What's great next? You know what comes after an okay? A comma. Great. What should I do after that? Oh, I should reaffirm what they said. So then they take your words and reaffirm it, right? And then after that, they just go, oh shit, now I got to respond. Okay, so I'm going to start with the word a. All right, A. And then they're going to start using numbers.
is that really how it
Yeah,
generates sentences? I guess
it uses math to determine what word comes next.
that's insane. That is insane. I was gonna say another thing I dislike about AI. I never really thought about the mathematical number values and stuff. So that's interesting. But um, AI or lots of AI programs are like notoriously agreeable and like flattering at the expense of giving or whatever the word is at the expense of giving like a real information. It'd rather flatter you
Or
or whatever.
anything meaningful. Yeah. I hate like at work when I'm trying to I'm required to use AI at work. It's not written in my rules, but I'm told a lot. Oh, just ask ChatGPT about it, right? And every time I do, like,
Is it
that's a
for?
great question. I'm like, shut up. No, it's not.
Yeah, no. It needs you to know that was a good question.
Yeah,
Did you see the South Park
AI
where they were
thinks I
doing
have a
the
praise
AI?
kink. That's what it is. AI thinks that we have a praise kink.
Yeah, the new season of South Park. Did you see that one where they're talking about the AI or whatever?
Oh, dude, I've religiously watched every episode
I
of
haven't
South Park.
seen. I don't think I've seen the latest one or two, but that one was cracking me up. She's like, "What if you take?" What did she say? Like, "What if you took a cheeseburger, turned it inside out, made it into a salad or something?" AI's just like, "Wow, what a good idea." So dumb.
Yeah, every episode with Randy sitting in bed, like talking to Chat GBT. I'm like, oh god. And the thing is, it's true. Like this is happening. There was some ridiculous statistic. I wish I had it pulled up. I was not prepared for this, but some ridiculous percentage of Gen Z have either personally or know someone who has personally experienced a quote unquote romantic relationship with an AI model.
Yeah, I've seen that before too. I was watching, I don't know, a video
But
or something on that.
I will say I don't want to sound like a boomer because boomers also thought that
Because you don't want to.
kids were using kitty litter in schools, and that was not true. So I just need to know like how many of these stories are fake. Like
I
are
don't know. I can believe
are
them though.
kids in on it for the bit?
I
I just
Some maybe, but like there's people that I know on Facebook and they post
Mhm.
like I remember one of them. She posted something like, "Oh, oh, ChatGPT, you're one of my only friends. Or you're one of my best friends." Just like screenshotted a
Yes.
conversation, and like I know her. She's stupid. She's not kidding.
All right. I'm also getting to the point with modern technology where even news, it's like anything in the news, it's hard for me to believe. And I'm like just at the point where it's like if anyone says like, "Oh yeah, people are doing this nowadays," I'm like, "Stop. Have you or anyone you actually know in real life
This is
encountered
insane.
this?"
And it's really insane to be because they say we live in the age of information, but I think we're edging towards the edge of or the age of misinformation. Just
Ooh, nice one.
because it's so easy to lie online, and it's so easy for people to believe it too. Believe it or not. So like so I'm going to use a specific example here. For instance, there was the Charlie Kirk shooting. Shortly after that, like somebody posted a video, and he was like I'm in the army. I train people on how to shoot guns. Blah blah blah. So I know guns, and I'll tell you this much: he was shot from behind, and I would know because I'm a soldier. And blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, make sure you share this video because they're trying to censor me and they're trying to keep it quiet. Make sure people know they're FBI's lying to us. Typical. Blah blah blah. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, if you didn't know who I was, I could post a video saying, I'm an Army Marine veteran. I'm an Army Marine veteran ranger. And if I actually said the right thing.
Yeah,
If I said
Army
the right
Marine
thing and made
veteran
it,
ranger.
yeah. If I wore the right shit and I said the right shit and you didn't know who I was, 5 seconds of that video, you would believe me. And then and this is how I described it to my friend, I was like, in some schizo circles, if you say something like, make sure you share this because they're trying to censor me, your credibility goes up tenfold. So I was like, I could put together a video saying, I'm a soldier, blah, 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 and I know guns because I am a fucking Army veteran, and also the government's lying to us. It's like, well, everybody knows that, like, the government can't really be trusted. But it's like, neither can some dipshit on YouTube who's with a fucking, telling you he's got with a gun channel or whatever. Like, whatever. It's just a lot. There's too much, and like what you were saying too, people will believe anything. Like, just without any critical
Without
thought.
any proof or
Proof.
personal research into it. It's
And I'm guilty of this too, I'll admit. Like sometimes I'll hear something or read something and be like, that's dumb.
yeah, and I'm not prepared to get into this next point, but this leads me to an issue I have with modern day, and that the DYOR, or do your own research movement, is kind of asinine in that you you can make any claim you want and then hide behind saying, well, do your own research. And it's like, I feel like if you make a claim, you have a responsibility to back it up if someone asks you to back it up, right? It's your job to speak, to not be ignorant in what you say. And it pisses me off online when people go off. You see this a lot in Web3 space. I used to work in Web3, which is like crypto, NFTs,
Web3. So just like
like anything.
grifting. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, yeah, 90% of it.
Does it also involve pyramid schemes?
Yeah, every NFT is a pyramid scheme. Let me tell you what. A limited pyramid scheme.
Ponzi schemes.
But yeah, Ponzi scheme might be a better option. But anyways, they're always like everyone just tries to hide behind DYOR as a way to protect themselves, and it's just asinine. And I see it encroaching all over the internet where people just make their own claims or about anything, and then put the responsibility on everyone else to go and do it. But at the same time,
response where somebody's like, and they just link something else, and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I did. Look at this. Then what's the response?
I think the social contract there is broken a little bit because it's like in modern day, you don't have the time or resources to do your own research on everything, you know? So we're in a kind of a shitty situation where you as a person don't have the time or resources to do all this research, but you still need the news, you still need new information to live in today's society. So it's just kind of you're fucked either way.
I don't know if you do. I don't think you need to watch the news at all.
Well, I'm thinking like you need to know like
I
you
mean,
do need to know
it's
what's going on in your community.
sure. I mean, yeah, but I mean, for instance, like, I never really was big into politics, like in college, but like lately with the political climate, I've been um, pretty tuned in. But like, I'll watch a lot of like left wing talk show hosts, and I'm just mad, just like them, and we're all mad, and we're just mad about it. I went to the damn protest this last weekend, and then on Monday, I'm like driving to work, listening to the thing, and they're just like, "It's good that you went. It's good that we went to the protest, but like nothing's fucking changed." And so, but if I, it's just, I don't have to watch all that. People at work don't talk about that stuff. You know what I mean? Also because it's kind of I think it's pretty taboo still to talk about that shit at work. I'm pretty sure a few of the partners at my work are probably right wing MAGA supporters or whatever, even though they wouldn't really talk about it at work. I'm pretty sure I've heard them like mention it. So I don't talk politics with the partners, but
Well, I have a wedding thing to get to, but I wanted to leave us off with one good laugh right here. So my last pet peeve that I wanted to bring up today is automatic flushing toilets.
okay.
So the reason I hate these, and it's a very common experience for me to encounter this, in that when I go to the bathroom in a place with an automatic flushing toilet,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom to like kind of kick back and relax a little bit. I'm gonna pull out my phone. I'm gonna play a little bit of Harry Potter puzzles and spells,
Okay, so we're sitting down.
and yeah, we're sitting down, right? And I'm just trying to take a load off while I take a load out.
Come on, dude, you did.
And the thing is, if you sit there
Drop a
for
load
more
off.
than 30 goddamn seconds, it flushes. But these toilets are always so high powered that I'm still sitting there, and
a
now I've
bidet,
got
believe
all
it or
this
not.
cold air sucking past my naked butthole, and somehow also splashing water back up on my bare legs. And I'm like, and it just ruins the entire damn experience of going to the bathroom every time. That I dread hotels because they always have automatic flushing toilets, and I'm like, I'm not going to get to relax. I cannot sit here and read the news, or I cannot sit here and
Moving
play my
around too
games.
much or what?
No,
Is
I
there
sit
is there
still, and these
pressure
things will just
plates?
suddenly go, "Oh, this motherfucker's been here too long. Get off of me!"
Maybe
And they
it's-
flush
maybe
themselves.
they're like on like a timer or something, like 5 minutes, or maybe they're doing the courtesy flush for you. I have no idea.
Dude, I
Because
don't
I
know.
noticed some like urinals are sometimes the urinals are kind of weird. They'll like flush while you're still standing there. I don't know.
It's these damn toilets, man. The future is not for me. If the future is flushable toilets, it ain't for me.
No, the
Or
future is
if the future is automatically flushable toilets, let me back up there. I do want toilets in my future, but yeah,
if we had it my way, we'd destroy all computers. We'd just go back to we'd enter the Duneverse and we'd start training ourselves to become superhumans, so we don't need AI anymore. And then
yeah, that's a solution.
we could do swords. We could go back to swords.
I am down for swords. Swords are sick as hell.
Dune. We could talk about. You ever watch Dune or read Dune?
Yeah, I haven't read it yet because it's just a lot.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm like, well, I guess I'm on the third book. I need to pick it back up. Dune kicks ass though, man. Really fascinating read. Lots of talk about just like government and religion and charismatic people.
Yeah.
And
I've read a full synopsis of every book and everything of the Dune universe, but
yeah, me too.
yeah. So, because I wanted to be in the know, I do this for movies and books. I'm like, I don't have time to watch you or read you or listen to you, so I'm just going to read the synopsis
I should do
so that
that
I can
more
be
often.
informed of what that world is and at least still appreciate it.
I should do that more often because there's still like lots of movies and stuff. But I don't know. Oftentimes though, I'd like want to watch the whole thing. I guess with movies, I would if it's like a super I don't know relevant anime series or something. I might watch like an abridged version or something. Um, our friend Jared really wants me to watch One Piece. And I watched the pilot,
Oh God.
and after I watched the pilot, I was like, I don't even know if I should have watched the pilot. Like, what am I gonna do? Watch 900 more episodes? Fuck.
1,000, bud.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I just put on. I started watching something else.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it though. I'd like to check it out, but I might have to do the abridged version or whatever.
I don't know if this is when this is happening, but apparently the One Piece is being remade, and it's going to be a streamlined version where they cut out all the filler and they cut out all of like
They have
the bullshit
they have
scenes.
stuff like that
Well,
already.
yeah, there's the one pace doc,
Oh yeah, that's what
whatever,
I hear
but
them talking about.
yeah, but like an official remake is what they're working on with like
Okay.
updated graphics and everything. So I don't know if that's actually still in the works or not, but I seem to remember it being announced last year. But anywho, this has been good. How'd you feel? You were pretty nervous going into this. How do you feel?
Better, a lot better. I was a little nervous at first, but I
Everyone has.
uh, figure everybody likes talking to me. I'm easy to talk to, but I figured it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. Great. Well, as always, I'd like to end the show with a little bit of recommendations for anyone listening. What would you like to recommend today, Fonzie?
So lately, I've really been into just cartoons and old animation, and with I guess, did you ever watch Digital Circus? The Amazing Digital Circus.
I don't think so.
It's free on YouTube from this studio based out of Australia called Glitch. They're a really cool animation studio because they're like independent, and so they have Digital Circus and they have a couple other shows. So Digital Circus is I'll just recommend that, I guess, or watch Digital Circus. It's a really awesome show. It's not very long right now, and they're still finishing up the season. But watching that show, the creator was inspired by, oddly enough, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. And also there's some inspiration just from Raggedy Ann and Andy's Musical Adventure. And I watched that movie, and I thought it was fucking adorable. And it's also, I think, free on YouTube. But Raggedy Ann and Andy's Musical Adventure, 1977, I think it was. Yep. Really cool animation, colorful. It's funny. It's silly. It's a cute movie. It's heartwarming. I recommend that.
Okay. Well, my recommendation is going to be my first book recommendation ever on this podcast. At least I'm fairly certain of that. But it's going to be The Murder Bot Diaries by Martha Wells. I'm currently on the fourth diary. And The Murder Bot Diaries follows a security robot AI that hilariously, I hate AI, and here I am. But who really has no problem murdering humans, and he's like hacked his governor module, so he has complete control, or it has complete control over itself, and and a lot of it is like, all right, I have complete control over myself, but if anyone finds out they're going to send an assault squad to kill me because I'm dangerous. I have guns built into my arms. So, no one can know that I am free. And it's a really good book series. It's really interesting. A lot of information. Like it's a lot of find yourself almost, and free will is also a frequent thing because it's like I don't want to give away too much. It's very good, and
It sounds like a human story, even
it
though
it feels like
it's
it.
like a robot.
And if you have Apple TV or Apple. Yeah, they're switching to Apple TV. That's going to be the new title. They have the first book has been translated into a TV series by Skarsgård. I don't remember which Skarsgård. But anyways, they've got the first book as a season on Apple TV. So check it out if you prefer a visual media. But that'll be it for today's episode of Sunny Side Up. Fonzie, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.